Ryan here with Prudential Pest Solutions, and in this video, it's going to take us less than 5 minutes to treat and remove this bald-faced hornet's nest. Come take a look. So the first thing we're going to do when dealing with bald-faced hornets, and if you've seen any of our other videos, you'll know that I like to get up close and personal. So in order to do that, we need to be fully suited up. You need to be comfortable being around hundreds, if not thousands, of stinging insects, but you need to be suited up in the right gear. So that for me, that includes thick gloves, coveralls, and a bee veil with my helmet and my GoPro, of course, so that you can come along on our journey. So the first thing I do is I inject an aerosolized insecticide called PTPI directly into the main opening of the nest. Now, PTPI does two things for us. Number one, it works very quickly, and which is very important when you're dealing with that many stinging insects that close to your face. But the other thing that it does is that it permeates that entire void, that entire nest. So we get a complete and total kill. Now, keep in mind, I've been doing this for a long time, so it's going to look very easy. But this is real-time timing of our camera here, so there's no accelerated time or anything like that. We're just going to get this thing treated and removed in less than 5 minutes. So what I do when I inject that PTPI is I listen, because that nest comes alive, right? As soon as I inject that in there, those workers start dying, but it creates this loud buzz, all right? So what I do is I wait a couple of minutes until that noise dies down, which means all those individuals inside of that nest are dead. And then we're gonna remove the nest and we're gonna treat where the nest used to be. Why do we do that? Well, because there's always workers that are flying around the nest and they're gathering resources and they're coming back to the colony. And just like if you went out to dinner and you came home and your front door was locked, you'd figure, well, my house is still here, right? So they know that something's wrong with their nest when they come back, even if it's gone, but they're still going to congregate to where the nest was, as opposed to following me that actually has their nest back to my truck. They're going to go back to that area on the tree where the nest was. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply a liquid insecticide to those branches where that nest was hung. And all that's going to do is it's going to accelerate us killing off those workers so that this family can get back to enjoying their backyard again. Now, what happened with this family was this tree is located right next to a homemade lacrosse field that they had created in their backyard. And lucky for the kids that were playing, they only got stung once. It could have been a lot worse because of how low this nest was hanging to the ground. So you can see here, the nest is removed. We're gonna rip it open here just so we can take a look. And if you look down there, all of those are all the dead bald-faced hornets. So we can really see how quickly that PTPI works and why I like to use it for all of our stinging insect treatments. Now, if you're curious as to how hornets, yellow jackets, bees, and wasps actually make their nests, we have a whole nother video called How Do Hornets Make Their Nests? You can check that out. But essentially what they do is they chew at things like fences and decks and any kind of wood, all right? And then they're gonna grind that up into like a pulp, and then they're gonna make their nest out of that. So right now I'm just applying the liquid insecticide. This liquid does not work as quickly as the aerosol, but it provides us with more longevity or more residual so that when those workers do come back and they are going to congregate on where that branch was, it's going to kill them off. So nest is treated, removed. We have a residual insecticide on where the nest used to be. And I tell the homeowners just avoid that area for the rest of the afternoon. And the next day or two, it's going to be completely fine to be around. Everybody's dead and the backyard is returned to the family. So we're just going to walk back to my truck here with all of our equipment, and you'll actually get to see the back of my truck, which we don't typically show in our videos, but in this one I just thought it was neat. And it also really, it took 3 minutes to treat the nest, but let's just drag it out to 4 or 5 minutes to really make it look good, right? So you can see here I have my my backpack sprayer, my backpack mister that we use mostly for mosquito treatments. And then I have my whole stinging insect kit here. So I have the nest in there. You can see I already have other nests inside of my truck, which we're gonna have to move because it's the end of August, beginning of September. This is really our stinging insect season in Pennsylvania. So the back of my truck from that day is already gonna have nests in it because this is what we do all day, every day, and we love it. It's our favorite time of year. So if you live in Southeastern Pennsylvania, by that I mean Berks County, Chester County, Lancaster County, or the surrounding areas, we would love to be your pest control professionals. So give us a call or text us at 484-401-4361. We're a veteran and family-owned company servicing all of those areas, and we take care of everything from the tiniest little ant up to, but not including, spouses and neighbors. PrudentialPestSolutions.com.